What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to BB's Collectibles. My name is BB, and today I am bringing you guys something a little new to the channel. But it's still an action figure, as you can see. But yeah, before I get into the review, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below. If you're new, welcome, and please consider subscribing for more awesome action figure reviews. And also hit the post notification bell, that way you're notified each time I make a new video. Now, like I said, today I'm bringing something new to the channel. Today I'm bringing another anime into the mix, because you guys know I review Dragon Ball. That's pretty much the only anime that I review, but today I am reviewing a My Hero Academia action figures by Mcfarlane Toys. But basically, My Hero Academia, I started watching it a few weeks ago, and I loved it. I finished all the latest episodes, and I went ahead and read the manga, and I finished all of that. So yeah, I've really been enjoying it. And basically, in My Hero Academia, about 80% of the population of people have what is called a quirk, and a quirk is basically a superhuman ability, like a superpower. And yeah, it's about basically superheroes. So you guys should check it out. It's very interesting. So yeah, if you get time, check it out, all that good stuff. But today I'm reviewing a character from that particular anime, and his name is Shota Aizawa, or also known as his hero name, Eraserhead. And now Shota Aizawa, he is one of the teachers at UA High School, which is the high school that the main character goes to in the show. So yeah, Mr. Aizawa, as they call him. He's one of my favorites. Well, one of my favorite teachers in the show, and also one of my personal favorite characters. Just because of his demeanor and the way he carries himself, I find him very interesting. And this figure actually captures him very well. Now, Mcfarlane Toys, they've also made other My Hero Academia figures, but personally to me, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree, the Mr. Aizawa figure is the most accurate when it comes to the overall look of the figure. So before we get into all the articulation and all that stuff we normally do, let's take a look at his box here. So you can see there's a picture of him, and I'll show you him like this momentarily. You can see it has his name, Shota Aizawa. On the side, you can kind of see right there. You get a shot of him. It says Mcfarlane Toys here. Then you get a shot of him again. It says 22 moving parts. It says My Hero Academia, if you couldn't see that. Mcfarlane Toys again. On this side, My Hero Academia, Mcfarlane Toys. Inside the window, you can see the blue background. You can see the overall orange and yellow scheme on here. So yeah, that's the box. And now let's talk about Eraserhead. So here is just a close-up of the figure right here. And now, like I said, the people in this universe, I guess I should say, possess something called a quirk. And again, a quirk is a superpower. And Aizawa's quirk is erase. And basically what he can do is anyone in his line of sight, he can erase their quirk for the amount of time it takes him to blink. So if he erases your quirk, as long as he keeps his eyes open, is as long as you won't be able to use your ability. And that's a really cool ability, and that's why his name is Eraserhead. So that's cool. Just trying to give you an overall look at him right here. So let's go ahead and get into articulation. So first off, head. Despite his scarf right here, he looks down pretty far, which is really nice. He can't really look up that much because this part of his hair gets stuck in the little gap of his scarf here. He's still able to look side to side. Arms, they go up very nicely here. Rotate all the way around. He has a bicep swivel up here. The cut right there is kind of awkward, but it doesn't look terrible. He has double jointed elbows. This elbow joint is not my favorite, but it doesn't look as bad as it could, I guess I should say. His wrists, they have the what is that called? They go all the way around. They hinge up that far, down this far. Now diaphragm. He crunches forward a good amount, but the back piece right here comes out, so you can just actually tuck that in. This is very soft material here. So he can actually crunch a very good amount forward as well as back. This looks kind of awkward here, but like I said, you can kind of tuck that. So he has good movement here. He also has side to side movement, which I didn't check before I started recording, but yeah, you can hear that pop lock right there. Legs. His legs go out about that far. Not too far, but not the worst in the world. They can kick, well, he can kick forward about that much, which is good. He can kick back pretty good as well. You can see a little bit of gappage in here. It's not too bad. He has single jointed knees, which I'm getting tongue-tied. He has single jointed knees, which is a little bit disappointing. I would have liked for him to have double jointed knees so he could get into some crouching poses. No thigh rotation, but there's a swivel at the hip joint up here. He has this boot / shin rotation here, which is nice. Right here. Ankles, they rotate. They hinge up like that. Down like that. They do not pivot. Yeah, they don't pivot at all. And then he does have his toe articulation here. So, I keep hitting my tripod. So yeah, that's it for his articulation. Overall, compared to other Mcfarlane toys, his articulation is actually very good. Not saying that other ones aren't good, it's just most of the time they kind of focus on sculpt and sacrifice articulation. Kind of like the Mandarin Spawns that I reviewed not too long ago. So yeah, you can still get him into some decent poses though, which is nice. So now let's talk about accessories, which is what I normally start with. Let me try and stand up. Alright, so for starters, as always with Mcfarlane toys, he comes with a base. And you know the bases are normally just this standard black with this little peg right here. And then it has whatever the franchise is. So in this case, My Hero Academia. And then the second accessory he has is another version of his scarf. And his scarf is actually a part of his hero costume or persona, because he does have his erase quirk, which is good, but he's also very skilled in hand-to-hand combat. And this scarf is actually, it's made of this really strong material, and he uses it to bind enemies and fight. And it's really cool watching him use it to fight. So this is it unraveled. You can see the loose cloth unraveled when he is fighting with it. And I think this piece, I'm not sure if that's glue right here or excess material. I think it's just badly glued right there. You can kind of see that. But yeah, I'll show you guys what this in a moment. And then this right here. So when his quirk is activated or when he's fighting, his hair stands up. So yeah, it like stands up and spikes up, which looks really cool. And also a part of his hero gear are these goggles here. And these make it so when he uses his quirk on enemies, they're not able to see his eyes at all when he uses it. So they won't know how long they have left until their quirk comes back. So that plays into his advantage. So he can always like have the upper hand. And I think that's really cool and practical. And they look pretty cool. They're a little bit more bronze in the show. These are kind of, they have a matte finish, but they look pretty nice. So that's it for accessories. He doesn't have any other hands, which is alright. So let me, before I'll show you the face. So to take that off, now this is just like, this one is his day-to-day wear around. It's the same thing, it's just it's not in combat mode, I guess you could say. So it's essentially the same thing. You can see it's gray wrap here. So to switch, you take this off and then you line this up with his shoulders and put it on here, and then that goes on like that. But before I switch, let's talk about his head here. You can see his eyes, and he always looks tired, and that's partly because of his quirk. It does put a lot of strain on his eyes in particular. So you can see the lines in his eyes in the dark underage right there. And you can also see the scar that he had. He got this in one of his battles. It's in the show, so if you guys are going to watch it, I don't want to spoil anything, but just know that's where he got that scar. You can see he has a frown on his face. And I like how they put this stubble on his face. It really matches his character. You can see his messy, long black hair here. It looks nice. It's nicely sculpted. It's very soft at the edges too. Like, I feel like I could peel this off of his head. So yeah, there's that head. And then again, this is the eraser head, where the hair is more stiff. It still has the stubble. And he has like a half frown right there. So to switch out, you gotta make sure the long straps are in the back. You put it over here. And then we gotta pop his head in right there. And then there he is like this. And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with this. It looks kind of like what he looks like. Like I said, this is a better representation of the character than the other Mcfarlane Toys My Hero Academia figures. Because some of them, the bodies are okay, but like the faces look, I don't want to say like horrendous, but they don't look like the characters at all. But this is one of the very few that actually looks like what it's supposed to look like. You can see him right there. So yeah, like I said, he fights with the cloth, and it's very cool to watch him fight. So I recommend you guys start watching the series. They have 5 seasons now, and I know that kind of sounds like a lot, but I was able to catch up with it within like less than a week, but that's probably because I watched it too much. But yeah, once you get going, it's easy to catch on and keep watching, because it is very interesting with how everything turns out, but I'm not going to say anything in particular. But yeah, he looks really cool. I'm glad I got this one. He was not that expensive. Let me see if the price is still higher. Yeah, he was only like $25. And I think that was a good price for him. Now, one thing I really love about this, so like these pieces here, like his arms and legs, where his clothes are, they're all hard plastic, but then up here in his upper body right here, this is like soft, malleable. I know it's hiding his joint in his torso, but it feels really nice. Like if his whole suit was made like that, it would feel really cool. But I like how they added that piece here. You can kind of see what I was talking about. If I lift up right here, you can see that gap. That's because all of his joints and stuff are in here. I also like the like blue right here on his belt, on his pockets. Well, it looks blue on camera. It's like a really, really shiny gray almost. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing around with him, and I hope to get some more My Hero figures. But the Mcfarlane line, as I stated multiple times, uh, it's a bit of a hit or miss, I guess. But this one they did an excellent job on. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure him really quick for you guys. I like this pose that I got him in. It actually looks really nice. So of course he's gonna be a different height with each hair. So I guess I'll measure him with both versions. Every single video, one of my figures fall. Okay. So with the eraser head hair, he is just shy of 8 inches. Sorry, that was a loud slam. And let's see. With his regular hair, he is just at 7 inches. So he grows a whole inch, I guess, with his hair on. So yeah, that's just wanted to be thorough with the measurements. But yeah, even though he has like limited articulation, you can still kind of get him to do what you want him to. Like this kind of like kicking. It is possible, you just got to work it a little bit at the angles. And it's good that he's all black because it doesn't look awkward. Like you see that looks pretty cool. Right there. But yeah, like I said, I hope they get more figures, especially more of the students. But I wouldn't mind getting more of the teachers as well. And let me know if you guys want to see more of these characters and these, well, more of this show in general. Try and get him to stand for you guys. Yeah, I like this pose here. Okay, the pose looks better in real life than it does on camera. I don't know why, it's just one of those things. Let me get the ruler out of here. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up this review. It's a little bit shorter, but we didn't have a lot to cover, I guess you could say. I mean, he had minimal accessories, but the character doesn't really have any accessories, so that's accurate. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and if you're new, consider subscribing. And if you are already subscribed, yeah, thank you guys for coming back and watching my content. It really means a lot, and I enjoy making these videos for you guys, so I hope you enjoy watching them. And also be sure to hit the post notification bell, that way you're notified each time I make a new video. Thank you for tuning in. This is BB, and I will see you guys in the next review. Peace. I almost timed it right. You know how like I end the video before they finish spinning? I almost got it that time. Okay. Peace.